Welcome, everybody, to another episode of the Barefoot Lawyer Reports podcast. My name is Will Dethridge. I'm the producer of the show, and joining me, as always, is Chen Guangcheng.
Hello, my friend. I'm glad to see you again.
So today, we're going to talk about a very relevant and some would consider scary topic, the tensions that are rising between the United States and China in the seas surrounding Taiwan. Recently, there have been increasing amounts of military drills by the Chinese Communist Party in the area, and the United States recently had some warships sail through the Taiwan Strait. This all occurring, of course, in the aftermath of the visit by House Speaker Nancy Pelosi. I suppose my first question for you today, Guangcheng, is how afraid should people be of China's military exercises around the Taiwan area? Do you think they're gearing up for something like an invasion, or are they just trying to scare people? What do you think?
I think the Communist Party just tried to scare the people, even tried to threaten the whole world. Because the situation, the Russia attack Ukraine, right?
Yeah.
In July, Xi Jinping asked Biden to find a way to stop Nancy Pelosi to visit Taiwan.
Right.
But of course, that Joe Biden did, but that doesn't work, right?
Right. Yeah, he tried to stop her, yeah.
Yeah, and before she went to Taiwan, the Communist parties threatened her, said, if you come here, we will hit your plane and make it drop.
Yeah, we'll shoot down your plane.
Shoot down your plane. But when, the U.S. military prepared already to protect her planes. And after the visit, the Communist Party started to do the military drills around Taiwan or Japanese Sea.
The sea, yeah.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. So they keep do that several days. Right. Yeah, that is, I think that the Communist Party try to use that way to respond to Nancy Pelosi visit Taiwan. Of course, in fact, that is response the Western country to support 中华民国, to support democracy and the rule of law and freedom of just that.
And could you explain what 中华民国means?
Yes, usually we just call Taiwan. In fact, Taiwan just the place name. Mm-hmm. 中华民国is the country's name.
Got it. Okay.
Yeah, so 中华民国 created 1911. The Communist Party's regime created 1949, right? Mm-hmm. So 中华民国 is older brother. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, and now in 中华民国 constitution still includes the mainland China.
Right.
And in the map still include the mainland China too. I think, of course, the Communist Party very worried the Western country will, since Nancy Pelosi visit Taiwan, then more and more different countries, different officials will visit Taiwan. Mm-hmm. So that is the Communist Party's worried, but that is happening. You can see after Nancy Pelosi visit Taiwan, another country, the officials visit, and the U.S. congressman and the senator visit. So now that situation, the Communist Party can change. So the party just used the military drills, tried to give Taiwan trouble. 1 day ago, when the Communist Party sent an airplane come to Taiwan's sky, mm-hmm. and Taiwan shut down that.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Oh, Taiwan shot down a Chinese.
Wow. Shut down that airplane.
Wow.
And the president Tsai Ing-wen, the president Tsai Ing-wen said, okay, yeah.
So it was a drone, I believe, right? It was a drone.
We will not do any bad thing. But if you keep harassing us, we will not keep silent.
Right.
We will not just stay there. We will fight back.
Yeah.
Yeah, that is now. So of course, the Communist Party's press secretary said, okay, our airplane fly in our country's sky, we can go anywhere. But the Communist Party should know that not include 中华民国 sky, right?
Right. So yeah, Guangcheng, as you were mentioning, it does look like fairly recently there was another delegation that came to visit Taiwan. This one led by Massachusetts Democratic Senator Ed Markey. It included some Republican representatives as well. So good bipartisan effort there. Now, you've mentioned that a lot of China's military exercises seem to be just trying to project power, more or less, not real threats to, hurting the United States or Taiwan. Do you think that at some point in the near future, China might invade Taiwan? What do you think about that?
I don't think the Communist Party will invade Taiwan. The Communist Party just want to control the power in mainland China. That is okay. For the Communist Party, even the Communist Party can't make mainland China better and better. Now the situations, the business situation, the justice situation, the rule of law situation, all worse and worse. The human rights situation, all worse and worse. So they just use about Taiwan to make some support from the people or from the officials.
Right.
Use that to try to control the power. So of course, I don't want anything happen about Western country become soft. I don't want to see any appeasement to the Communist Party. Yeah. When the Communist Party did the military drills, and I think this Monday or last week, I forgot the correct time, and the U.S. military boats transfer the Taiwan Strait. Taiwan Strait.
Yeah, they went through this Taiwan Strait.
Yeah,
yes.
I think a lot of people should be remember 2008 when the aircraft carrier. Yeah, and at that time, it need come to Hong Kong to make more like a gas like that.
Right, it stopped for gas. Yeah.
Yeah. But the Communist Party stopped them. Then they use the plane on the aircraft carrier. The plane fly on the sky and come to Taiwan Strait and use that way to go to Japan. And look like the Communist Party can't do anything.
Right.
Yeah, if you are strong, the Communist Party will soft. If you are soft, the Communist Party will strong. The Communist Party will, if you give them 1 inch, the Communist Party will take 1 mile.
Right. Yeah. No, I'm seeing here, an older article from around 2008 that indeed the Chinese Communist Party tried to hinder a visit from the USS Kitty Hawk to Hong Kong back in 2008. But, we just went ahead and did it anyways at the end of the day, right? So,
So today, the military boats go to the same way too. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Of course, the U.S. tried to use that to stop the Communist Party to do the military drills.
Right.
Not to do the bad thing to try to change between 中华民国 and the Communist Party.
Right.
So I hope that is good. Yeah, I think the U.S. maybe if the U.S. set up the close Taiwan, the Communist Party very scared to do everything.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, it's interesting because here in the United States, a lot of the media, they certainly like to talk about why we should be afraid and why we should be nervous. Do you think that the Communist Party knows that our media will often project how Americans should be afraid of this situation and tries to use that to their advantage?
Yeah, the Communist Party know that. Even in the history, the Communist Party used that. For example, the Communist Party know for the Western country, Western government, all the very careful about the protest, right?
Yeah.
So this is why when something happens, the Communist Party will order the people, especially the students in the city, to go to street to do the protest against America.
Right, they'll protest against America.
Maybe the Communist Party try to use that way to make the Western country, for example, the U.S. government, to understand, Chinese people are happy, but that's not true. All that is ordered, not nature.
Yep.
So, I think the Communist Party tried to use that way to influence the U.S. to make a decision or to make a policy.
They'll make our citizens so afraid of what they can do, even though at the end of the day, as you mentioned before, and as history has shown, they're not going to do anything. But if they can use our media to manipulate the people into being afraid of the Communist Party, then maybe the idea is that we'll tell our leaders to stop being aggressive.
Yeah.
But we should keep being aggressive because there's nothing the Chinese Communist Party can do.
Yeah. So I think, that's a long story. About the media, the Western media, now almost the Communist Party control them. In Chinese, we have the sentence that the Communist Party used the medium water, the winter water, to boil the frog.
They use the winter water to boil the frog?
Yes. The meaning is you don't know. You just feel comfortable. But finally, the water, winter and winter, warm and warm. Later, when you found, the water is so hot, I try to jump to outside, but not.
It's slowly turning the temperature of the water without the frog noticing it. The old saying.
Maybe first the frog feel very comfortable, right? And it looks like the Communist Party used that way to infiltrate our country, our media, our business, our companies, our political.
Maybe give some funding, maybe some grants, some investments, make us feel all comfortable, but slowly and surely. They're starting to manipulate our academic and social, government even institutions, and then but before we realize it's much too late, right? Frog in the boiling water.
The U.S. politicians should pay attention about that.
Right. Well, what should we do, you think? What do you think we should do, Guangcheng?
Keep our basic values. Democracy, human rights, freedom, the rule of law, and if the Communist Party tried to destroy this anywhere, including mainland China, we should fight back.
Yes.
Anywhere, not just another country, include mainland China. If the Communist Party tried to prosecute the people just because that values, the Western country, especially the U.S., should stand with the Chinese people.
Right.
We use that way. That will be very useful for the future.
Yeah.
Don't think make the evil, the devil happy. If we made the devil unhappy, that meaning our policy is right.
Yes.
We did a good job, right? If the devil happy said, you are good, no, the meaning is you almost same the devil.
No more appeasement, right? If we're making the devil unhappy, that means we're probably on the right track. As you keep hammering in Guangcheng, they don't have the capacity and they don't have the willpower or resources right now to actually do anything. I mean, you mentioned there's an economic crisis going on, there's a banking crisis going on, a population crisis going on, a COVID crisis still going on. There's so many fires for them to put out.
We will not do anything what the Communist Party wants.
Right. Exactly.
That is very important.
Yeah, they're not in a position to retaliate, and they'll talk about it. They'll talk all day about it, but you know, we need to encourage our congressmen to continue being very aggressive towards them. And we certainly encourage all of you out there to keep up to date with the latest news in terms of U.S.-China relations and policy at our Human Rights Center, which is at catholic.edu/CHR. So we encourage you to keep following the podcast there, of course.
Thank you, my friends. See you next time.